Hey guys, it's Kelsey. We're here in the project center, and this is my new SMT10. Tons of fun. I can highly recommend it, but I'm not here to talk about this truck specifically today. I'm here to talk about the limited slip type differential that I've already installed into the rear of the truck, and we're going to be installing into the front of the truck today. What we use for that is max earplugs. It's a little bit different than the silly putty method that a lot of people are using. As far as a consistency, this is what you're looking at. I'm sorry, I got a little dirt on my fingers. As far as what they come out of the package like, it's a nice little puck. But I'll go into showing you that in detail in a little bit. First, I want to show you on 3S LiPo. I get all four to spin really easy on this bench. Now if I put a little bit more pressure on her, especially on this side, you can see me stop that front tire even though the rears are still going, to make it a little bit easier for you to see. The rear diff will spin both tires if I keep throttle on, even if I really push it into the bench here. I can get one to spin. Whereas on the other side, I can sort of get both tires to spin, but it is very easy for it to pick one, because it's just path of least resistance in that diff, and by packing it with the silicone, it makes it act just like a limited slip differential. Alright, here's our diff. So, a little bit of grease on it from the factory, out of the box, not too bad. Plastic diff cup, couple bearings. Let me take these 4 screws out real quick, and I'll show you what's inside. Alright, so here we go. Gasket stayed on the diff cup this time. Here's our first inner spider gear and the rest. Should be a little gasket. There we go. You can keep that, you can leave it. It's really your call. Gears don't look too bad, a little bit of dirt in there. Let me clean everything off and I'll show you what we're doing. Now it's totally up to you. You can reuse the grease that came in it. If you've had your kit out for a little while, if you've had it in some water, you may not want to use that grease. You might want to re-grease, and in that case, I highly suggest a marine type grease, or I know Cow RC has Otter Butter available. Never tried it, but I'm very interested too, as they have a great line of products. They're great for the hobby. So here we go. Diff cup is now empty. I'm gonna take the max earplug here. So here we go. I've got my max earplug and my fresh diff cup with a little bit of grease in there. I'm just gonna start by pushing it in there. I took a nice chunk of the earplug that time, so I'm gonna push even more in there. And what we're looking to do is to totally fill that diff case up with this silicone. Do remember, you've got the gear on the top of the the ring gear as well, and that spider you do have to make sure to clear some space for. Now, I'm not going to be using that ring gear again. I have an HD set that's going to be going into the truck. So let me grab that. Let me throw this back together. I'm going to throw the 4 screws with the new ring and pinion gear here. So I'll show you how to test it real quick before you put it back into the truck so that you know if it's right or not. I'm going to use the stock drive shafts for the front. I'm going to try and cycle it a couple of times with a pair of pliers. And again, these aren't going back into the truck, so I'm not too worried about messing them up. But now that I've got it cycled, it's starting to actually work into the gear. Feels a lot better. There's really nothing to grab onto with a human hand. But with these pliers, it's got some give. I think it still might be a little too much. I'll pop it back open, see what we're looking at. Taking a little bit of material out of here so that you can see it. I've just got this spider gear attached to the short shaft, and all I'm doing is spinning it around in there just to make sure everything is seated properly. I know it looks like it's chopping it up, but it's just silicone. As soon as you push it back into it, it's like Play-Doh. It goes right back into form and really doesn't take a whole lot of damage. So let me try and throw this together again, see where we're at. Oh yeah. It's nice and smooth now. I think it's ready to go back into the truck. Everything went back together smoothly in the front, except for the VVDs because of the diff style. That's probably a good thing. This truck doesn't need any more steering. Those that own it know what I'm talking about. But if you had any questions about what we did today, throw a comment down, like it. If you learned something, please subscribe. I've got tons of content already. I'm going to be producing more, and most importantly, thanks for watching.